or if you're able to speak with me in this conversation, I pray that I can relay a message from you, and that if it's true, it will ring true to them. If it's false, it will ring false, and they will know how to handle the information and what to do with it. I'm starting to think that everything that everyone says is completely false. Almost everything I see is just creating disease, creating pain, creating suffering. I guess the best place for me to start, Clay, is that when I was saying I know who you are, it's because I think you're actually a twin to my sister Rebecca, who, yeah, she's my sister, but she's actually my daughter. Anyway, I just can't even explain how similar you guys are. I know I sound crazy. I don't know how to say this without sounding crazy, but do you feel like there's like a lot of bullying going on to the kids these days from the adults? Or is that just me? Just nod your head if you agree.
I mean,
I
sometimes.
don't know so much about the adults, but I know kids and kids.
Do you guys feel like people are like trying to pimp you out all the time? Because like when I met Carlos, that was the first thing I figured out about him, was that he was pimping his own kids out, and Anya, and he was trying to get me to go to Mexico with him. And that's why I kind of stayed connected with him, because I knew that would be important information. I can't exactly blame him because somebody is forcing him and somebody's forcing them. But I know that I'm sick of it, and I know that it's going on everywhere, because everywhere I go, people are trying to pimp me out. I'm not worth anything but a dollar bill. And let's face it, in nature, that's not what it's about. Who survives? The strongest, the fastest, the sexiest. It's not the ugliest because they have money. That's bullshit. Money is garbage. We're never gonna survive unless it's all for one, one for all. Now, here's the number one sickness that drives money. Okay, number one, with prostitution, what do you always have go hand in hand with it?
Money.
STDs.
Fame.
Oh.
They always sell you on a dream of fame, right? You're gonna be a musician, you're gonna be an athlete, you're gonna be ba 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 ba, and kids are like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. So they want to be that. So they do whatever they're told it takes. And it's all a bunch of bullshit. If you follow that path, you end up like Carlos's wife, Anya, penniless and gorgeous, and everyone you meet is trying to sell your ass. And it's not, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to be bullied into sex. It feels good to have it freely. The number one thing that is the disease, I believe, is the whole idea of pedophilia. Because every kid I know had sex with each other when we were kids, and there was nothing like dirty or wrong about it. What's dirty or wrong is that somebody tries to force a kid or bully them. If a kid doesn't want to be touched, they're going to tell you to get the fuck away from them because they're going to feel disgusted. Kids aren't even allowed to say that they're disgusted. And it's all about a bottom line that's never going to fill your own pocket. This is what I think the solution is. And this is the part that probably you're going to think I'm a fucking nutcase, which I probably am. But I've seen a lot. I've raised animals. I I've had more clinical hours just by treating my own illnesses and research on my own illnesses than any doctor you will meet. I know almost every cure to every fucking disease there is. You can't even cook one up that I haven't met, you know? And the cure, kill all the adults. And I'm sorry to say that if that means people that I care about, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice myself, although I've already been killed many times. There's a lot of people who've killed me. Do I look dead to you? No. I can't die. I'm starting to think death is a total myth. Because, you know, otherwise, why am I still alive at all? But, for those who believe in the disease of death, let them die. Let the kids live. Let partying. I mean, you know how kids just want to have fun? They just want to party. They just want to sing songs. They just want to eat candy and be crazy. That's right. That's how it's supposed to be. When things are healthy, that's how it is. Look at the animal kingdom. There aren't all these fences in the animal kingdom. Why did we put up all these fences? That's total bullshit. In that movie Z, whatever, World War Z, like that fence didn't keep people out. There's no place to hide from this. You're either part of this solution or part of the problem, I guess, but I know what I'm called to do, which I don't know all of it. Number one, I'm Lois Lane. I'm the storyteller. I'm gonna be the media. I'm gonna talk to people like you. Number two, I'm a teacher. And after all the adults are gone, now that you've already had your head filled up with information that you guys aren't smart, which you're born smart, you get dumber as you get older. You've been filled up with so many false information that you don't even know where to begin, you know? It's like, I'm gonna teach people where to begin. So all I have to do is go around, meet people, talk to them, sing music. The music will be contagious, and the rest should take care of itself. But I really do think that to begin with, there's got to be a bloodbath. And my recommendation is you band together with all your friends. Nobody over 18 unless you grew up with them.
Ryan, 18.
You grew up with him. I don't know. You're gonna have to decide a cutoff and stick to it. Or even, it doesn't have to be that they're not over. Just, you'll know. Let the Spirit guide you to kind of look for certain signs in people. Are they, how do I say it? The problem is that everyone's so oppressed that I don't know if you'd even recognize it, but I think the sign would be, do they like to still have fun? If they do, they're still good. If they don't, they're probably beyond repair. And I think we need to like start over. I don't want my kids subjected to what I've been subjected to. The fact that everyone says how dirty and wrong pedophilia is actually the exact thing that makes it so people can use it as a control. Because if it wasn't illegal, then nobody could like blackmail people with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was in Washington, some people set me up and I figured out the whole game. And your kids, you know, I think you've probably had it happen to you. They have you like target a girl or a guy or whatever. You get them along or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, the situation was they set me up with this guy who was like 12 but told me he was like 16 or something. And yeah, we had a good time. I actually loved him. I thought he was fucking adorable. And it wasn't even like about sex. Like, it was like, for him it was like an experiment. And I was like his experiment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of got the idea that like, if he had a friend who was supposed to do that to me as well, and then like they would have some blackmail on me, and then I don't even know what would happen to me after that. But the second kid who was like, I don't know, I just knew I was gonna get raped that night, and I just took off in the dark in the woods and I hid. I got so fucking lost in the woods and they couldn't find me, and they finally found me. I had so many scratches and I was so fucking bloody head to toe that it was like so shocking to see that they backed off. But I don't know what the deal was with the situation. I really don't. I don't need to know everything.